everybody, Brimstone here, and I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. In this video, I'm coming at you with some Marvel news and some honest to God opinions about where this is going to land, where they're going to land with this one, because I honestly think that this is where they're going with things. But before we get into this, before I go into this deep dive, please hit that like and hit that sub button if you want to hear just general comic book reviews and low-key pop culture news that might not hit your bigger feed. So Marvel is set for new leadership. Longtime Marvel veteran David Winderbaum takes an expanded role overseeing Marvel television, animation, comics, and franchises. Disney executive Bob Adbo joins the Marvel general manager and comics franchise. Today, they announced new leadership of the franchise teams, naming Marvel Studios executive Winderbaum as head of Marvel Television, Animation, and Comic franchise. He will oversee creative direction of Marvel's expansive publishing portfolio, as well as Marvel's global brand and franchise efforts, in addition to his current role of overseeing television and animation. Joining Marvel from Disney, David Adobo will serve as general manager comics franchise and reporting to Winderbaum. After a near 30-year career with Marvel, Dan Buckley, longtime head of the comics and franchise, has announced his planned leadership and departure of Marvel mid-77 to support the leadership and transition. And, you know, we got the standard things there. We got Winderbaum here. We got Adbo right there. And Dan Buckley should have stepped down a long time ago, from what I'm told. David Winderbaum is the Emmy Award-winning Marvel television and animation, overseeing a diverse slate of live-action animation for Disney+. He has served as executive producer on all Marvel Studios, including Hawkeye, Loki Season 2, Hawkeye, failure. Loki Season 2, failure. Agatha All Along, big failure. Daredevil Born Again, not well received. X-Men 97, well received. Fired the guy who did it. And your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Winderbaum joined Marvel Studios during the production company's first release of Iron Man. He was co-executive producer on Thor Ragnarok and everything. And, you know, these guys have been around Marvel for a long time. And here's where this is going to be a problem. These guys are not comic book people. They are not there to produce comic books. They are there to produce television scripts for comic books, for shows. So from now on, it's not going to be the comics are adapted into the MCU. The MCU is now the focus. The MCU will be everything going forward. And the MCU will do what it does and just keep going. It's a machine. It will keep pumping out whatever. Unfortunately, the comics are going to suffer, and they're not going to suffer a little bit. They're going to suffer a lot of it, because now every comic that comes out, everything that comes out will tie into the universe, be a little more grounded, be a little more understandable for the normie comic reader, will be a little bit easier for them to produce and adapt to television. So basically, a comic book will now have a graphics budget and everything based on how easy it will be to adapt to a television series and or movie. And this is absolutely horrible. Because instead of doing new, great, and original stories that they could do, it's all tied in to the franchise. It's not about the stories. It's about what's best for the long term of the franchise. What is good for these? What is good? What can we adapt to the movies? And they were just basically going to attempt to destroy everything that came before Disney took over. The 20 years of all the Spider-Man, you know, the Claremont X-Men, they're going to draw from it, but it'll be Disney's take. It'll be their take. And this is all we're going to see from now on. Marvel Comics is no surprise they've been suffering. They've lost a market share to DC. They are now number one in comic sales between the big two, tailed by Marvel and Image. Yes, Image is blowing it up with their books, and Dynamite and Boom Comics and all these other main publishers are catching on Marvel. When Marvel used to be it. I mean, DC was always there, but you always used to go in for those X-Men, those Spider-Man runs, those little low-key runs that do it. You wanted that next part of the adventure. Now everything's a 6-issue series. Why? Oh, so they can adapt it easier into television. This is going to happen. And here's the worst part that you're not going to like to hear. You can't do anything about it. This is going to happen whether you like it or not. Us comic collectors, us comic lovers will eventually no longer be here. This is the future that we hold. This is the future that happens. And when is it going to start? It's going to start when these two take over. I mean, it's in the preliminaries now. It's going to happen, but it's going in full gear because the comic reader's going away. Sure, they sell well, but there's not a lot of money in it. Not that there ever has been. But it was all about fandom and culture. Now it's not about that. It's about product, consume product, and move on to the next one. And honestly, this is going to be a heartbreaking few years of what happens to Marvel. And honestly, it sucks. So for now, buy your trade paperbacks, because I guarantee you in the next 15 years, they're going to be gone. Buy them now while they're cheap. Buy your back issues, because they're going to go on an upswing, and buy your freaking off-the-rack books while you can, because those are going to go away too. It's going to shift more to digital, and they're all going to be adapted for their MCU slop, if you have anything Marvel. On the upside, DC is absolutely banging it out. The movies may be crap, but their comic runs are absolutely killing it. I don't mean the absolutes. I'm not a fan of the absolute universe, except for Green Arrow. I haven't read that yet. But their Lobo run, their Deathstroke run, their DC Next Level stuff is absolutely fantastic, especially Firestorm. That book is freaking amazing. But yeah, Marvel is in serious trouble, and they had a good run, but this is the official end for the Marvel we know and love. The Marvel comics will no longer be the focus going forward. The focus will be the MCU and how they adapt the comics to them. We might get low-key runs and other things like that, but it will all eventually tie in to the MCU. Why? Because that's what they got to do. That's what they do going forward. And the whole generation, we're going to phase out, and that's who they're focusing on. But yeah, no, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. But for now, please hit that like, hit that sub button, share this video out there. Stuff like this is absolutely heartbreaking, so I'd really love to hear your comments in the thing below. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video, and happy reading. I'll catch you in the next one.